Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. We're going to talk about Spider-Man Far From Home. It comes out this weekend, and oh boy, let the ships begin. Let the shipping begin, because Tom Holland has come out and said that he's totally open to playing a gay Spider-Man. I don't think this is going to happen in the MCU because they've already put Spider-Man with MJ as far as I know, but let's read this article from Comic Book Resources, and then we're going to talk about the Rotten Tomatoes score for Spider-Man Far From Home. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. It helps us out a huge deal. You guys have been really awesome this month. The channel has actually had its best month. June was our best month in the year that we've been doing pop culture here on Clownfish TV. So thank you so much for that. So let's get into it. Comicbookresources.com. Tom Holland is totally open to playing a gay Spider-Man, because that's the kind of guy Tom Holland is. Tom Holland don't hate. In 2016's Captain America Civil War, actor Tom Holland made his Marvel Cinematic Universe debut as Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man. Since then, he's gone on to prove his take on the web slinger is unlike anything we've had in live action before. However, the Far From Home star is also open to giving fans an even more diverse portrayal of Spider-Man in the MCU. Even more diverse portrayal? Yeah, of course. I can't talk about the future of the character because honestly, I don't know and it's out of my hands, Holland told the Sunday Times when asked if he thinks his iteration of Spider-Man could be gay. Why would they even ask him that? Of all the questions you're asking about Spider-Man, who Peter Parker historically has always been straight. He's been married to MJ before, they undid that, but apparently he's going to wind up with this version of MJ in the movies. Why would you even ask that question? That's kind of a weird thing to ask, but okay. I do know a lot about the future of Marvel, and they are going to be representing lots of different people in the next few years. The world isn't as simple as a straight white guy. It doesn't end there, and these films need to represent more than one type of person. Well, he's not saying Spider-Man is gay. Clearly, I do not think Peter Parker is going to be gay, other than to try to sort of peg Tom Holland's opinion to see what kind of person he is, what his values are. Holland's comment should prove refreshing for those hoping for a more inclusive landscape as the MCU heads into Phase 4. He neither confirmed or denied. He tried to give a polite answer. I think he was doing it because he was probably like, why are you asking me this? It's almost like, are you asking me this to see if I'm okay with gay people in the MCU? Like, of course I am, but that doesn't mean that Spider-Man, who has historically been hetero, is suddenly going to be gay. Directed by John Watts, Spider-Man Far From Home stars, yeah, blah, 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 blah. So this is just this is clickbait. This is what Comic Book Resources is now. This is just clickbait. I mean, this really is. And this is almost like Comic Book Resources. Like, have you run out of things to talk about? So that aside, let's talk about, well, here, look. Oh boy. This is the photo I'm seeing the most, the promotional photo for Far From Home, which is Spider-Man with MJ. Again, Spider-Man historically has not been gay. And that doesn't mean that there can't be gay superheroes in the MCU. I'm sure there will be, and that's totally fine. But not Peter Parker. Even if they had another Spider, like not Peter Parker. He's not. Historically, he has not been. Why are you asking? God, why are you asking them that? Well, I know why you're asking him, but that's, you know. So Spider-Man Far From Home, Rotten Tomatoes, Metacritic, audience scores revealed. So this is coming from Bounding in the Comics, and it's actually getting a pretty good score. We're talking the critics give it a 93%. The audience verified ratings are giving it a 96%. So we have 93, 96. That's not, well, that's verified. But, you know, it's not bad. It seems like it's actually doing pretty well. Again, if you can trust Rotten Tomatoes. But I did like Homecoming. I liked Homecoming quite a bit. And I actually have been looking forward to Far From Home. The only concern I have about Far From Home is if they go down the multiverse route. That could be disastrous for the MCU because it's going to make things as complicated as the DCEU and the Arrowverse and all of that. And I'm like, what worked for Marvel was a nice clean line of storytelling, and they're going to throw all that out if they start going with a multiverse, I think. So we'll see. So we have Antoinette D giving the film 4 stars. Far From Home was so good and funny. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I can't wait to see what happens next. Jackson R gave it 4.5 stars. I laughed, I cried. Greg C gave it 5 stars. Even better than Homecoming, which is among my favorite MCU films. A remarkably great comic book movie. Terrifying villain. I've actually heard that Jake Gyllenhaal steals the show from multiple people. They say he's very, very good, which is interesting because I always thought Mysterio was kind of a bland villain. I don't think he really ever had like any kind of, at least in the comics I read, the classic comics, he was just kind of there. Like, ooh, I've got magic and illusions and a fishbowl on my head. I'm Mysterio. Like, he didn't seem as three-dimensional as a character like, you know, Doc Ock or Norman Osborn to me. So if they can make Mysterio badass, or at least, you know, relatable or cool or something, then I'm down with it. I'm down with it. So John says, 5 stars, dope way to wrap up phase 3. Now here are the Metacritic ratings. Again, they seem like they're mostly positive. So, you know, this is, it is smashing some records. It's the record Tuesday opening. Again, Tuesday is kind of a weird day, but with the 4th of July, with Stranger Things coming out, you know, it's doing really well. So the early returns for Spider-Man Far From Home have the joint venture between Sony and Marvel primed for a record Tuesday opening, because Homecoming did good. It did good, but it wasn't like a slam dunk, right? This one might actually be a much bigger movie. Since July 4th falls during the middle of the week, Far From Home opened on Tuesday, when most blockbuster films start on Thursday night or Friday. Ironically, the film that currently holds the record for Tuesday opening is Amazing Spider-Man, taking in $35 million. Sony Reboot also opened in July. Far From Home's early tracking reported a $125 million debut first 6 days, but adjustments now put it at $150 million or more, so it might actually make more than they were predicting. They said part of the reason the early tracking was so high for Far From Home is it's the first film to follow Avengers Endgame. The film's trailer also became Sony's most viewed in its first day of release, with over 135 million views. All those factors may have impacted the movie's box office potential. So this actually is kind of good, I guess, to see that they're adjusting a film to the good, the box office to the good, because so far this year it seemed like a lot of the movies coming out, they would hype the box office, and then they would under-deliver. We saw it with Toy Story, you know, just a couple of weeks ago. Toy Story came in like $40 million short of what they were expecting. I mean, it still did good, but it didn't do great. So I think Spider-Man's going to do pretty good. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on all of this? Are you excited about Far From Home? We're probably going to go see it Sunday, and if we do go see it, we will let you guys know what we thought of it. But, you know, I mean, the previews look pretty good. The word of mouth is pretty good. We'll see. I like Tom Holland. We'll see what happens. So please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, rants, gaming videos, art videos, and more here on Clownfish TV. We will talk to you later. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.